Okay. I came to Gatton from Rockhampton, and while I was in Rockhampton, we developed a fantastic ministers' fellowship up there, and it grew, and we grew together, and we prayed together, and we did all sorts of things together. There, like our prayer times every week, sometimes 32 ministers from all across. We even had the Catholic bishop of the diocese there from time to time, and it was a fantastic thing coming now to a normal ministers' fellowship, and you feel you've got to start all over again. And people agree with you. Yes, we've got to love one another. Yes, we've got to work together. Yes, we've got to reach out together. But they don't get it. They don't see what brothers and sisters in unity can do, and just like, I don't know if you well, you probably do, but you know, looking at it from another angle. From the spiritual angle, I see things as far as we have each denomination has a denominational spirit, right? It's a spirit that's assigned to your church. Congratulations, to keep you separate, right? And you recognise the works of a denominational spirit by drab worship, of which I am chief of sinners. And nominalism, a lack attack, and all of those other things in your church which you want to get rid of, and just tiredness. You know, this denominational spirit, which is a big, fat, ugly spirit sitting in the back of your church, just directing the traffic, making you separate, and making us all think we've got the best theology and we can happily look down the nose of one another. And so what we do as we gather together as people from different churches, what we do is we really crush the enthusiasm of that spirit. You know, if you could imagine your denominational spirits which have come along proudly to join you in this auspicious occasion so that you can relish in your superiority over the slack theology and the wishy-washiness of other theologies. In our worship together, they're being slapped around the face. And I just love that. That's what we do together when we gather together and share our heart, and we share our heart together. Not just doing things together, having a church picnic or something, you know, whoop-de-doo, but getting excited about mission together and our place in the church. That activates the Spirit of God among us. He's, you know, because he's not going to force his way into our lives. And so what we do is we send up a physical prayer as we work together here, which says to God, yeah, I'm in with your idea. And you know, as the angels gather around us to facilitate. And I think it's interesting that God deploys angels not as a response to our worship, but as a protection for you, and as a messenger for you to send out the grace of God into the community, which we bless the communities. I love that idea. I'm going to have to pinch that video. You can tell me where to get that, and I'll show it in our church. And oh, that's in there, right. Yeah, there's probably some technological thing that you can do, make it very easy. So I suppose, yeah, if you want me to share my heart, that's my heart. Oh, thank you. What is that? What's that one? 1 more minute. Oh, it's like Synod. I just had Synod and National Synod, and it was fantastic. You get these little bells and 3 minutes goes so quickly. We only get 3. So... But 1 minute to share my heart as far as our local congregation goes. The Gatton congregation, Gatton Lutheran Church, is probably the most traditional Lutheran church in Australia, just about. There's a few that have separated themselves from our synod that are a bit more, but you know, my theology is superior to those. The traditionalism has strangled this church. But what we're seeing now, first a breaking of the spiritual stronghold over that church, which was huge, and then we're seeing a fresh growth, a fresh new start of this church, And is that the note which I start on? When I start worship, they like to give me a note, so you start singing the liturgy. We're just seeing that new life start again, and as we start this new church within the old church. And it's just creating excitement, it's creating joy, and people just come along to church now wondering what's going to happen. It's fantastic.